1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh.
And how good is it? How good is that situation for the Premier League? It's not a level playing field, is it really? Because the more money you've got a bigger stadium, so you've got a bigger turnover, which means you can spend more on players and their wages. So no, it's not a level playing field, which is why I suppose, like most of the leagues, they have 2 or 3 or 4 of the top teams, and the rest sometimes they'll creep into that top bit. Sometimes, like Palace last year, they won one of the big trophies. Almost we dared to do that. How dare Palace, get on the territory of the big teams? And it is a bit like that. But then the Premier League, we know, is still the most, not just competitive, but it's the most watched sporting league in the world. It's watched by billions every week, which is quite a thought when you think about it. Yeah. Billions of people around the world love watching the competitiveness and the teams of the Premier League. And of course, most of the teams in the Premier League have got fan factions around the world, not just Man United or Liverpool. I know Palace have got people in Australia who are groups of fans who sometimes come over to watch. I know in America, Palace have got groups of fans there too. So all the top teams in the Premier League have got that. It is a worldwide institution. So although it may be an unfair playing field, it still has something which sells and which is attractive to football people around the world. It's just it's a great sales thing for the Premier League to know that all these people want to watch it every week.
Absolutely. Now, this one is something that I still can't understand fully. So, Xabi Alonso has informed Liverpool of his desire to sign Arda Guler from Real Madrid if he takes over as manager of the team this summer. And the source is Team Talk.
Yeah, I sort of heard that, I think. Yeah. I don't get it at all.
I don't get it. Why call time on a manager that is still there because of your ambitions? I don't understand that.
But no, Liverpool haven't called time on him though, have they?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's calling time on Slot, isn't it? Yeah, Alonso. But Liverpool hasn't. I just don't understand it, because I think we talked about it like when there was on this show, we've talked about it a few weeks back, where he sent a text message to Arne Slot of his intentions of taking over, and we thought that was weird. Now this is there something we don't? Is there something that might be going on under the radar that we don't know?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, well, I mean, you could say it has to be something like that, because unless Alonso has lost his marbles and just, is a bit desperate to get the job, and therefore he's sort of making sure they keep aware of him, to actually let Liverpool know that if he becomes coach or manager, he wants them to buy a particular player. That just doesn't smack of anything that is rational, because if there is something under the radar, and that Liverpool sort of said to him, because he was one of their very good players, as we know, if they said, look, we're thinking of replacing our manager, but the first thing they would say is, keep it to yourself. We're going to come for you if we make that decision. If he then does this, then he should blow his chance of doing that, because that would be very discourteous to Liverpool, but more than that, to Say
hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
To Slots, because I don't get the impression Slot is a dead man walking, that he knows, for whatever reason, they're going to dispense with him at the end of the season. Yeah, they had a bad run, but they're still, well, they're not in the top four, are they? But maybe that's the point. Maybe Liverpool's position could be, if they don't end up in the top four in the Champions League, then he's gone. And sometimes the pressure on top managers, excuse me, is that tough. I was reading the other day that one writer in one of the papers, I think a footballer, I can't think who it was, or a manager, but he said if Arsenal finishes runners-up again this season for like the fourth time running in the Premier League, his job is really under threat. And I thought, wow, yeah, that's an interesting one. That could be, but to my knowledge, I don't believe they won a trophy in the last 4 or 5 years. And so, yeah, why would his job not be under threat? I suppose we always think he's a good manager, they're a good club, one of the best teams. But then, as I say, when you look at the game last week against Wolves, Arsenal were, by their standards, are pretty rubbish. You know, they were not the Arsenal we've come to know. Hence the scoreline of a 2-2 draw with the bottom seed. So he's had top playing bottom, and it's a draw. I mean, how often does that happen? In fact, I think they did say it. Someone said the last time that happened, that a team right at the bottom beat a team right at the top at this stage of the season, it was quite a few years ago, and I can't remember what it was, so I won't state a year, but it was some time ago. So Arsenal, they do blow in and out a bit, but then on Sunday at Spurs, I think they did pick up, albeit with a disallowed goal for Spurs, which I think may have influenced the outcome. But yeah, managers can be under pressure if they don't finish in the top four. I mean, look at Manchester United. You know, Amirim didn't finish in the top four, so he's gone, basically. And he probably shot himself in the foot because he wanted to go, as we think. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what does happen with Liverpool, because now we're talking about it, it does occur to me that Liverpool are not, after that very bad spell mid-season, after winning the first 4 or 5 games, quite fortunately, looking at those games, then they I'm not sure I'd say they're back in their groove. We've asked this, you've asked this question quite a lot. That win, because they won at the weekend, does that mean they are back in their groove? And I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it does.
Yeah. So this is all we've got time for on this segment. Join us as we switch over to the second segment of the Football Referee. I've been Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cos.
And I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me bro.
Right. So join us in a bit as we switch over to the second segment. See ya.
We'll see you in a minute.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.